Of course, back to school time, and as young adults begin to focus on the future, it's also a good time to focus on finance. Avoiding financial pitfalls will make their future brighter. Skip Cowan and Emily New of the Focus Foundation have created a unique online personal finance program that is reaching millions of students in all 50 states. And beginning today, they will be weekly guests here on New Mexico Style to share important financial do's and don'ts. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are excited to have you here and to have you here on a weekly basis.
We're excited about that opportunity as well.
Well, first of all, tell us all about the Focus Foundation.
Focus Foundation was formed in 1988, and I was one of the co-founders of it. And for some reason, I got stuck being the executive director, and I've done that for the past, 23 years now.
And what do you guys do?
It really has evolved over the years, Kristen. We started out as a suicide prevention program, believe it or not.
Okay.
And we've been through cycles in terms of things that we've done, but we've always worked in public schools. And we've always worked primarily with high school students. And really that's how Emily got involved with us, and she might want to talk about that just a little bit.
Well, what happened was Skip and I were traveling around the state. We were going mainly to high schools, talking to seniors and some juniors. We were talking to them about what they need to know in terms of personal finance when they're entering the real world, whether that's right out of college or right out of high school, either way. And there's things they need to know in terms of car insurance, credit cards, student loans, all sorts of information that's really relevant to them. However, New Mexico is a big state, and it's a little bit hard to get everywhere, especially in some of those rural parts. So we looked at what we were doing and realized that this could be of importance to people all across the country, and so that's how Focus on the Future kind of evolved.
Yeah, it's so important because I don't think it's, I personally don't think it's stressed enough in high school finances. You go off to college, and then I remember when I went to school, it's like credit card, and you get all this information about credit cards, and the next thing you know, you've spent more money than you can pay, and you're in trouble. So it's really good what you guys are doing to try to...
Well, you know, it makes sense because personal finance is something that you're going to use all of your life.
Right.
And what's amazing to me is how many students, young kids, make a mistake early on that costs them for the next 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I mean, like for example, just skipping a bill.
Right.
Know? And the next thing you know, your credit score, which was 650, is now 550, and you can't get it back.
And then you're ending up paying more for your apartment or whatever. You're paying so much more money when your credit score goes down. Now, tell us more about your program. Who is on the team exactly? Well,
the team consists of myself, Emily, and Tom Crow. And you've seen Tom Crow on this program before.
Of course.
And we are really excited to have Tom on board because this is going to be the first time. And as you know, he's a registered investment advisor. And so we have something in our program called the Stock Market Corner.
Oh, okay.
And in the past, Emily and I have done that, and neither one of us are registered investment advisors. But with Tom's expertise, this ought to really take on a brand new dimension. I'm pretty excited about it.
So he's going to actually talk to them about stock market?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. So well, it's wonderful to learn at such a young age.
What's neat really is that he understands the trends, and he takes a look at what's affecting the markets, and he actually predicts things a little bit.
Wow, that is wonderful. Now, why is financial education so important, and how early should parents and children begin to address financial issues?
I think it's key, and at the Focus Foundation we believe that it's not too soon to start at any age. However, what we target is mostly high school into college students. Those are the ones who are really making those financial decisions themselves. Hopefully they're learning from their parents, but in a lot of cases the parents might not be educated, so it's not too soon to start. It's not too soon to start prioritizing personal finance.
Because isn't it when you turn 18, that's when it can go on your credit report?
Actually, it can happen before that.
Before that?
Yeah, in fact, one of these days I'll tell you a story about my son when he was 15.
Okay, 15. So yeah, it's really important to get started early on this. Your online program is available 24/7.
Indeed.
And now, what will we see when we log on? Can you describe it for me?
Well, yes, and the address, by the way, is focusonthefuture.tv, but when you log on, you will see initially a list of videos that we produced last semester. That's still up. We begin filming, I believe, the first week of September, and our first program will be out the week after the Labor Day holiday. And then the website will change a little bit, and you'll see something a little bit different. But we're going to hold that back as a surprise right now.
Okay, we'll keep it a surprise. And you're going to be appearing, like I said earlier, on New Mexico Style every Monday to give us a preview of what issues you're going to be discussing that week. Now, what's something that what can we look forward to here?
Well, next week we're going to talk a little bit about something I call CYA, and you kind of talked about it a little bit more, but it is cover your assets.
Assets.
Right. and I'm kind of a fan of a plan. And so we're going to start there, and I think we'll have a lot to add about that.
Okay. Oh, I'm intrigued. I can't wait to hear more about that. Now, you don't have to wait to get the good advice. We do have that website, and again, it's
FocusOnTheFuture.tv.
You'll find us there.
So we'll have a lot more information on that. Here it is up on that information right there up on the screen for you, and you can also email focus@FocusOnTheFuture.tv if you have any questions. And again, thanks so much, Emily
Thank
and
you.
Skip. Such good information, and I want to hear that story at some point about your son when he was 15, already getting in trouble with bad credit.
Yep, we'll figure that out.
We definitely don't want that to happen anymore. So
We're going to avoid that.
yeah, we'll avoid hearing back from you again next week. Still